Hey guys, Adam Trigger here, wagertalk.com, here to give you a free pick, Week 9, NFL, Eagles, Cowboys. But first, we have a great promo for the rest of the year. It's all sports through December 31st for just $4.69. It's incredible value. If you're into college hoop, I've been preparing for months for the college hoop season, previews on a daily basis. I'm ready to go for the season. I was #1 at Wager Talk last year with 87.35 units gained, and I plan to do it again this year. And so you would get that and all my football and anything else where, that your handicapper of choice plays through December 31st. Let's talk Cowboys, Eagles. I've been waiting for a good spot to jump in and start to fade this Eagles team. I think their schedule has been so easy. And I know, people are going to argue with me and say, well, they just blew out the Dolphins. They're a good team. But not only do they seem to, if you look up and down their schedule, there's just not that many great opponents on there. But they seem to catch teams at the right time, including that Dolphins team who was banged up. And, of course, it was a Sunday night football game. It was a home game for the Eagles. And, I felt like they kind of just were fired up and were able to ride that to a win in the second half. But this Eagles team, they're good. I have to think that they're going to start to regress against the spread going forward the rest of the way. They're considered to be the elite option right now, 7-1. They keep covering numbers, and I keep going back to their very easy schedule. Patriots, they were a mess to start the season. Vikings, that was a home game, and a game that if Justin Jefferson doesn't lose the ball going into the end zone in the first half, maybe the Eagles lose that game. Road wins at the Bucs and the Rams. Yeah, I suppose those are a little bit impressive, but neither are great or they're maybe average teams in my opinion. They actually play a real defense against the Jets and they lose. And they've made the Commanders look really good on 2 occasions now. A team that's going to be in most people's bottom 6 or 7 in the NFL. So just not impressive overall for me for the Eagles despite having a 7-1 record. And the one really good defense they've run into this year so far, the Jets, they, of course, found a way to lose that game. The other good defense they ran into, the Patriots. And that game could have been a loss. It was 25-20. They were somewhat fortunate to get out of there with a win. So now they run into the Cowboys. Cowboys have a great defense, and, they have an offense that's starting to come around. Go back to the Cardinals game. The Cowboys lost to the Cardinals. Remember, to put it in perspective, not only did they lose to that Cardinals team, they were blown out. The big reason for that was the cluster injuries on the offensive line that sort of came to light right, on game day, as you saw that number drop. I think it went all the way down from 14 to 11.5 pretty quickly, and the Cowboys were never really in that game. But the Cowboys have started to get healthy, and I think it kind of culminated last week in just a complete blowout of the Rams. Their best, or one of their, it was definitely their best offensive performance of the season. And that, to me, tells me that's a team that's kind of going in the right direction. I think they could move the ball against the Eagles. The offensive line is healthy, which means Dak's going to have time to throw at this Eagles secondary, which is not very good. I'm not really sure on who on the Eagles covers CeeDee Lamb. He torched the Rams last week, and I have a feeling he could do the same thing to the Eagles here if Prescott's got time to throw and make plays. And the Cowboys defense, again, say what you will about them. They've gotten, they've had a couple outings where they've given up some points, but up against the defenses the Eagles have seen this year, they're pretty good. The only one that I would say is definitely better would be the Jets. And of course, that was the game that the Eagles lost. So in this scenario, I think the Cowboys is the right side. I like the 3. And I think the Cowboys are going to give the Eagles their second loss of the season. So my pick here is the Cowboys. And if you like free picks, great weekend to check out the Gold Sheet. It's free. Everything is free. Gold Sheet, Wednesday through Sunday. Just go to goldsheet.com and use the login WT free, the password WT free, and that's 4 or 5 days just of free content that typically you have to pay for. So definitely check out the Gold Sheet. And if you like these videos and these free picks that we give out on a weekly basis, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can continue to bring you the free picks for the rest of the season. I'm Adam Trigger. You can find all my stuff at wagertalk.com. I like the Cowboys this weekend, and we'll be back with more free picks.